And with Todd Doxson, I'm Donny Baarns. Great backdrop for high school football tonight, as long as you don't get flagged for it.
Truth.
There goes Smith. First down to the outside. They won't catch him. Touchdown, Ord. And the Chanticleers have a 3-touchdown lead before half.
That's left-hand side. Yep, there he goes.
3 wide receivers over the top and a diving catch. Oh, Jay Unger, what a play. First down.
Kind of caught him off guard there a little bit.
Now to pass and got a man. That's Tatum Tuioti, and he rumbles in for the touchdown. Their first pass of the drive, an 80-yard march in the rain. Lincoln Southeast back in front. And hands off to Huber, who slips a tackle but not a second one, and he stopped short. No gain, and Gretna holds and takes over on downs.
Play right there.
3rd and 5. Katsky looking over the middle. Caught and breaking a tackle. There's Devin Jackson, and there goes Devin Jackson. Goodbye, Devin Jackson. Touchdown, Burke. One of the top prospects in the state of Nebraska. Shows you why right away. Here he is again. Inside the 5, keeps the legs churning. Rashad Madden, ridiculous. 4th touchdown of the night.
Real.
Millard South will kick it away. Millard North will receive. To start week 1 tonight. Simon McClannon is the kicker for Millard South this year. Another in a long succession of outstanding kickers with big legs that they've had over the last decade plus. We are underway as McClannon's opening kick is into the end zone for a touchback, and we expect a lot of those out of him this year. And so Millard North will start the first possession of the game, and we'll see that triple option offense. And we'll see who starts under center. Ben Weindell and Charlie Quaintance are expected to split time at the QB spot this year.
Yeah, both good athletes that are, really interchangeable athletes. Both can go under center. Both can run some running back, some wing back. And, again, 2 quarterbacks with that type of athleticism, it's going to be nice to have in case one gets nicked up or whatnot. You can continue to move the ball forward.
And it is Charlie Quaintance who starts the game under center. Here's that option offense, and not a lot on first down as Quaintance spins for 1 or 2.
A good indication there for Millard South on the defensive line. We talked about being disciplined in defending the triple option. It looked like Charlie didn't quite know whether to give or to pull right there. He ended up pulling, got kind of mixed up into the D line for Millard South. Good start for Millard South defensively.
Charlie Quaintance, the younger brother of Johnny Quaintance, who started at QB for Millard North last year. Quick little pass, and ahead for 3 or 4, Ben Weindell, who again will be the other quarterback, but he'll also split out into that slot position. Brings up 3rd and 5.
I like the nice little changeup too. Get the ball quick in one of your athletes' hands, and not typical for Millard North to run something like that. So, and I think, as Millard North continues to progress offensively, nice little wrinkles like this, nothing too wild, but nice wrinkles, I think will really help them keep the defense honest.
Early 3rd down. Quick throw to the far side, incomplete, and it was not a backward pass. And it's 4th down. And it looked like the receiver on that far side, and that was Isaiah McMorris, looked like he was looking into the setting sun and had trouble seeing that.
You took the thought out of my head, Donnie. It's exactly what happened. It's like, being in right field, trying to catch a sky bomb with right into the sun. Looked like he just really didn't have a chance there.
Adam Runnels back to punt for North. He's a senior. High snap. He does really well to field it and gets the kick away. Excellent job by Runnels. And it spins down at the 41. It will still be strong field position for Millard South, but that could have been much worse for the Mustangs.
No question. That was, those are the type of things that you don't see in the box score, right? That, saved a possible touchdown for Millard South on a special teams debacle. Great job there. And, this is the beauty of winning the toss. You defer, right? Play some defense, And now if you're looking at the screen, the wind is from right to left. And now Millard South's got the wind behind their back, trying to get aggressive here. And again, you got Gage Stanger, who I'm impressed with, man, the K-State commit. And it reminds me of that kind of recruit. You know, K-State loves those type of quarterbacks.
Flag thrown immediately as the ball was handed off to Jake Gassaway. And we get an illegal shift on Millard South.
And those are the type of early mistakes that Millard South will definitely regret. Jake Gassaway, this is that 6'3", 215, and you could tell he could run the football too.
Illegal shift. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
What's interesting about high school football sometimes too, you know, college, pro, you have enough coaches out there, you have enough eyes. In practice, if you're misaligned, they'll be on you right away. Some of these things get overlooked just by sheer fact of not enough staffing.
So 1st and 15, and Stenger hands off to Christian Nash, and Nash did not get much. And 2nd down. It's Gage Stenger, you mentioned a K-State commit, 6'3", 200 pounds. And it brings a different look to TJ Urban, who started the last 3 seasons for Millard South and is now playing at Air Force. Urban more a threat with his feet, but Stenger has a stronger arm and can throw from all angles and can throw on the run.
That's right, which again, with Millard North playing lockdown, cover 1 most of the night tonight, will really put their corners at risk.
Broken tackle, and breaking away, Christian Nash. He is gone. Christian Nash to the house. Touchdown, Millard South. And that's quite a way to start your season.
6 foot 220, bumbling, bruising. He shakes loose, and then you see the speed there at the end. And this is a young man, I think, that over the years have just continued to gain confidence, Donnie, and you saw it right there. In control, and then you saw the burst at the end.
Well, other than the penalty, a pretty ideal start for the Patriots in these first 2 minutes. They get a 3 and out, and then a long touchdown run. And the easy tack on by McClannon, who can hit from well beyond 50 yards, we've been told. So that extra point was no issue for him. What a run by Christian Nash.
Well, you'll see it here. I think Millard North has a chance. You see 15 here. Kind of leads with his head as opposed to keeping his eyes up. And, you know, that's a crucial mistake because, you know, they're coming into this game basically an underdog, got slapped pretty hard last year. If you bottle him up right here, was that Leo White? If he bottles him up, wraps him up right there, that's 3 and out because of that penalty. They punt away. It's a little bit different game, but early on, you know, that's disheartening for a Mustang team that they really need some confidence here.
And Millard North started last year 0-3, including that 33-0 loss to South in their opener in 2020. They ended the year well, Millard North did. They won 4 of their last 5, lost in the 2nd round of the state playoffs. So you're expecting them to be much more competitive tonight, and still might be with most of the games still to play, but that was not the start they wanted. And Christian Nash, who has really come on since the middle of last year, Andy Means told us this week, playing at running back and middle linebacker. Coach Means said he's just learned the game more. He's big and strong. He understands the offense better. He's got a lot more confidence because of that. Of course, you don't need to understand too much when you're able to shed 2 tacklers and just take it to the house like that.
Well, see, here's the other thing that, again, we forget. Christian Nash, I'm sure, has been in the weight room the entire year getting after it. The guy's 6 foot 220. Doesn't look like he's got any fat on his body. And so easy for me to be up here, the old man, talking about make sure you wrap up. He's 220, man, and running right through you. So I don't care if it's Leo or other guys. We got to get, you know, a posse of tacklers to make sure he doesn't break out.
Simon McClannon gets to kick off again. And this will be another easy touchback. Would have gone out of the back of the end zone if it hadn't been caught. Not going to get much of a kick return game against Simon McClannon this year.
Especially with the wind, there's no chance.
Well, the Millard South student section across the way already making themselves heard with the "We can't hear you" chant to their counterparts.
Already.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it. It's been over a year since they've been able to get in the stands and talk a little bit. So always a much more entertaining game with the student sections.
Well, even though there's still 9:45 to play in the first quarter, here's Quaintance with a quick out to Michael Schultz for a few. This feels like a really massive sequence for Millard North. Don't have to come right back with a touchdown necessarily, but feels like they really need a first down or two just to get a little early momentum and some good feeling.
Well, field position, right? I mean, we just talked about it. If you're Millard South, you win the toss, you defer, you take the wind, and you get the early score. Millard North, you're right. If nothing else, give me a first down or two, give me some better field position. Going to be super. See, and there you go. Those little things like that with this offense, those are, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
False start on the center there. Chris Frazier. You always feel bad calling a lineman's name after he commits a penalty because those guys do so much unheralded work throughout the game. And then the only time they get their names called is when they jump early. But
so right on. We got to do a better job, don't we? Give them some more props.
Now Quaintance wrapped up in the backfield. Looked like a broken play. And 3rd and long for Millard North.
I'll tell you what, Jake Gassaway was in the backfield before you could blink. And just was all over Charlie. And now I was able to check out both teams this week at practice. And for Millard North when I was there, I felt like they had a pretty decent rhythm going offensively. But again, it's one thing when you're playing against your scout team. It's a whole nother thing playing against, one of the best teams in the state.
And again, Millard South, state semifinalists each of the last 2 years. Pitch to the near side and a broken tackle. Here is Jaden Hogan Marshall getting some of those yards back, but not nearly enough for a first down. It will be 4th and a long 7. And the punt team back out for Millard North. We did Millard North's game against Lincoln East here at this field last year, Todd, and it was kind of a similar start for Millard North in that one. They looked awful in the first quarter and a half. They were down by 17, I think 18 points. There's another high snap, again handled by Adam Runnels, who gets the kick away, and well, that ball came loose, but kicked out of bounds. Well, Millard North almost caught a break there, but Millard South will keep the football and have outstanding field position. But Millard North last year, they were down 28-10 to Lincoln East just before halftime. They were a different team in the second half, and they came all the way back and won on the final play of the game, 46-41. Now, Millard South, perhaps a tougher team to do that against, but still, sometimes Millard North takes a while to get into their rhythm. They hope they can hang around in this game until they do. Our first downs today are brought to you by Midland University, where our mission is to inspire people to learn and lead in the world with purpose.
You mentioned taking some time to get going, and again, depending on the team, Donnie, sometimes you can afford that, sometimes you can't. And Millard South's too good, so they got to get going pretty early.
Now Stenger, time to throw, going for it all, and a great pass breakup by Jaden Hogan Marshall. He took a touchdown away from Antrell Taylor.
Heck of a play by Hogan Marshall there. That's such a hard play defensively. He's playing basically nickel corner on slot. Antrell Taylor is a ridiculous athlete, and he just gets his hand in right at the right time. It's so hard not to, to panic and pass interfere at that point. You want to get your hands on him. But big shout out to Hogan Marshall. Great job getting in the way of Antrell's touchdown.
We talked in our pregame about how Millard North plays a straight man-to-man defense across the board, as Millard South's going to use a timeout here. But that does leave those corners out on an island all the time, and so you're going to have to make plays one-on-one in those deep battles as a corner in this Millard North defense. We will take a break and come back with the rest of our first quarter. 7-0 Millard South early.